assistant. Thank you. Class number 10, Lacey. Peter drew you a little drawing. Lacey is an artist as well. So, all right. So, thank you. Coming to our good posture, our mountain pose. I'm laughing at myself right now. We're going to have our ears, ankles, hips and ankles in alignment. And we're going to talk about the hip a lot today. I had something I wanted to read you on the hip, but let's get through the warm-up first before we run out of time for the warm-up. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. So we're staying with our breath, and we're just adding some fluid movements and just opening the heart and lifting and reaching. So they call this yoga, but they also call it mindful movement. That's what we're calling it in my program at the VA. And mindful movement connects our breath with our moves, brings us lots of mental clarity. Inhale the arms up, exhale down. And helps us to become aware of how we're feeling so we can address it, where we're weak and where we're strong. And it's just important, as important, to know where we're weak so we can improve, as to also know where we're strong, right? So we can focus. We'll go the other way. And up here at the top, with your shoulders away from the ears, stretch your fingers, stretch your toes, and then you can bring your hands to your center. And that's good. So I'm lifting my toes. I'm going to separate my toes. I'm going to run through my little toe warm up as I lift up the big toe, feeling my arch of my foot stretch. Big toe down, 4 little ones down, feeling up and down, feeling the side of my foot stretch, my ankle, and then big toe down, little toe down, and 3 middle ones up and down. And that's good. And then for the next one, you can use your fist or you can use your block, and we're gonna place the block or our fist between our knees. We're gonna strengthen our ankles. An oldie but a goodie. I like to place my hands on my hips so I feel that they're staying in alignment. And I'm going to very subtly shift the weight onto the big toe side and little toe side of my foot. And at first it feels like nothing, and it never gets too strenuous, but you do start to feel your ankles engage if you can keep your knees from moving, and strengthen. You want to do it long enough to where you begin to feel that. Okay? And if you don't own a yoga block, you should get one. All right. So we're going to start inhaling up, opening the heart. We're going to do a few forward folds, grab the elbows, lengthen your thoracic back and lift. Bend your knees, press into your heels, push out with your feet. Forearms above the knees, bend the knees, let your arms release. Push up, extend the spine, exhale down. We'll do that 2 more times. Make sure you press back to lengthen the spine. When you bend the knees, find your heels. You're still pressing out with your feet and push up. Broaden the upper back. Activate the legs, feet, ankles. Lengthen the back. This time you can let your torso drape long, let your head hang, work with the reverse of the gravitational pull on your spine. Lift your toes. Bend the knees, press into the heels, and again, sweep up. Exhale out. We can step out mount distance. Find that even distribution of weight on the bottoms of your feet, hands above your knees, bend your knees. Right knee moves away from left. If you want more, you can turn your feet out, make it more of a horse pose. Bring your hands to where your hip and pelvis connect, which is way up here, right? This can be a little balancing, whoa, and press back. I mean, you can kind of work on it when you're in it, see if you can release a little more. And then push up. Hands on the hips, and we'll toe heel, toe heel. Watch out if your mat's halfway up like mine was, toe heel. All right. So quickly, we're going to focus on hips tonight. And I don't want to read you this necessarily, but I'm going to skim through it. So the bony structure of the hip, the adult skeleton is made of bone, and bone can be this is bone and cartilage tissue. So it's connected, and there's also special cells that are embedded in it with a matrix of collagen and elastin fibers. So if he had more than just bones, you would see that. Cartilage and fibrocartilage and elastic differ based on the collagen that we have in our body. And there's almost no blood vessels in there. So the bone, though, is full of blood vessels. All right, so the hip is formed where the thigh bone and the femur meet. And the three bones that make up the hip, we don't need to go through those. This is, let's see, the femoral head fits into the hip. And the hip joins the leg and the trunk of the body. The hip joint is made up of the femoral head, and it fits into a cup shape. This is called the activellum right here, the activellum. And the long round head of the femur. It's as I always say, this is the largest bone and muscle in your body. And the neck of the femur connects the femoral head with a ligament into the hip joint. Okay? So, in case you wondered how that all works together, there's a little anatomy lesson. Basically, it's a ball and socket joint. Joined together with very few cartilage. It tends to wear and tear. Our muscles can be too short or too long. We can have too much mobility or not enough. And so all of these exercises are designed to bring balance into your body. All right. Okay, let's get started. Front of the mat. That didn't take very long. I kind of stumbled through it, but it didn't take very long. Top of the mat, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Right leg back. Spread your fingers wide. Press into the pad knuckle, the index finger, left leg back. Lower your hips, elbows graze the side of the body as you come to a hover. Scoop up, knees to either side of the mat, and we'll push back in a wide leg child's pose. Bring your third eye to the mat. Walk your fingertips forward, press your forearms in the mat, and draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, come on up into upward facing dog. Anchor through the front of your feet. Knees and thighs can be on the mat or off the mat. Roll your shoulders back. Roll back onto your toes and come into downward dog. Spread your fingers wide. Bend your knees. Move your torso back to your thighs as you gaze back at your feet. Lift your right leg just hip height to begin with. Take a deep breath. And step your right foot forward. Adjust your back foot as you come up into a runner's lunge. Front toes are lifted. Press into your front heel. Inhale up. Lift your heart. You can bring your hands together at heart center. Take a deep breath. You can start to release into this a little bit more. Maybe you lengthen out your back leg. Always pressing in the front heel with the toes lifted. And just breathe. We're going to statically hold the pose till we feel a nice little burning in the front leg, and then we'll frame out the front foot. Right leg back, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, rolling back on the toes, downward dog. Find your alignment. If you want to pedal out your dog, you certainly can. Do not cup your hands, right? All those little bonuses that I've been sending you, give you little tips. So we don't have to go into every detail. I can just cue you. Lift the left leg hip height, and on a breath, step forward. Exactly the same thing here. Inhale and exhale. I'm watching the rain roll in. Sorry, I'll pay more attention to you. It's kind of cool though. And so you want to breathe and remember that deep breath. Frame out your front foot. Step the right foot forward, forward fold. Bend the knees, press into the heels, look up or out, I should say 2 or 3 feet. Fingertips graze the mat. You can squat as deep as you'd like as you push up. Hands at heart center. Good. If you lost your breath like I did, of course I'm talking. Hopefully you're not talking. You can find your breath here, so take a few moments to reconnect with that. Inhale up. Palms together, we're gonna create a twist, navel to the back, bend your knees. We'll start with the left elbow to the right knee, shoulders away from the ears, and you can just let your head hang or you can look to the side. I'm always gonna try to use the weight of my head to release my neck, because my neck needs to be released all the time. I've got a very tight neck and I work at a desk, right? And then when you're ready, back to center, where again, I work with gravity and then I switch sides. Back to center, hands beside the feet. Left leg back this time, followed by right into plank. Hold your plank. If you'd like, you can lift your right leg and then your left, still breathing deeply. And then inhale into downward dog. Take a deep breath and send your right leg way up high. And sweep your right foot forward, left foot to the left side of the mat, warrior one. Open the heart, praying warrior. Keep your core active, your hips are facing the front, right? And you're long. When you're ready, left elbow to right knee, twisted warrior. Again, you can look to the side or hang your head. Your front toes are lifted. Your weight is on the outer edge of the back foot and the front heel. And then we'll frame out the front foot, left foot to the center of the mat, right foot back, plank. Lower the hips. Elbows graze the side of the body to a hover. Scoop up into upward dog, knees to the mat, legs together. Button up child's pose, forehead on the mat. Breathe deeply. Let your right shoulder move away from your left gently, using gravity as your friend. Try to keep your breath deep, even though it may feel slightly constricted here. Clasp your hands behind your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together and draw the shoulders away from the ears. On an inhale, lift your arms off your back, heel of the hand can face the ceiling. When you're ready, release your arms down, let your arms straight beside your body. And then we'll inhale into tabletop. Exhale into downward dog. Pick up your left leg, send it way up high for three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward, right foot to the right side of the mat. Inhale up, praying warrior. Weights on the outer edge of the back foot. You can always come deeper down into your lunge. And then right elbow to left knee. Twisted warrior. Keep your toes lifted, keep your legs very active. And then when you're ready, frame out the front foot, right foot to the center of the mat. Shift your weight onto your left foot and step the right foot forward. Head hangs. Take a few moments here. If you want to shake your head no, you can. Keep your toes active, bend your knees, press into your heels, fingertips sweep the mat, scoop up, hands at heart center. Breathe deeply. If you need a sip of water, it's a good time to take one as I rearrange things a little bit. All right. Round 3. Ready, set, go. Inhale. Forward fold. Like we're going to jump. You can jump, step, or float back. So remember how we talked about those hands in front of feet. I'm going to even walk my feet back a little bit. Bend the knees. Shift the weight onto the hands while pressing in the pad knuckle, the index finger, and try to very gently float back. Okay. Gently bring your knees to the mat. Child's pose. Forearms on either side of the mat. shift your weight over to the right thigh. Can you see me over here? Shift your weight over to the right thigh. Walk your right fingertips up, creating length on the right side. Press your right forearm down so you open up under your arm. Breathe into that right side. Feel it expand. Take your left arm and reach up and back, and then thread the needle. Underneath the right. Yogi's choice, your left palm can be up or down. So you're getting a stretch under your right arm and your left rotator cuff muscle. You can keep your forehead on the mat. You have choices here. You can look towards your hands or away. And try to smooth out your breath. And then when you're ready, walk your fingertips back, unthread the needle, shift your body weight. Well, first come to center, and then shift your body weight to the left. And we'll walk the left arm up, so you get a big stretch of the shoulder stabilizer. Press your left forearm down firmly. Right arm reaches back, and then thread it through. And again, whatever you did on the other side, you'll do on this side exactly the same. Palm can be up or down. Breathing. Feeling that expansion on the left side. And then we'll unwind out of that, and we'll come back to center. All right, good. Let's open the hips a little bit more. We'll take the right leg, and we'll make circular motions. You can extend the leg out long when it goes back to back, long, and then a circular motion. And we'll go in both directions. And we'll do the other side. So you want to shift the weight, but still press into the pad knuckle of your index finger. 1, 2. We'll go the other way. So I'm extending it out and making circular motions. Good. Tabletop, dig your toes in the mat, downward facing dog. Send your hips way up high. You come up on your tippy toes and then draw your heels towards the mat, but never touching. Right leg way up high. Maybe you bend your right knee and start to open your hip to the right. Breathe into the tightness. And we can step our right leg behind us and bring the left forearm down. And we're going to take it into a forearm side plank of sorts, right arm up. One that's appropriate. Not putting inappropriate weight on any of our joints. And then we can unwind out of that. Right arm back to the mat. Back into our downward dog arms. And then unwind. So now find your alignment again here in your downward dog. Knees are bent, elbows slightly bent, hips are skyward, gazing back at your feet. Send your left leg up high into scorpion. And then a hip stack as you breathe. And then we'll take that left leg behind the right. Right forearm on the mat. I do not do a side plank just on the shoulder. It's always a forearm side plank in my teaching. And then we can unwind out of that gently and safely. Take a deep breath. Send your hips skyward. We're going to slide about halfway. Whoops, I landed too hard. I hope you didn't. Bend the knees, press into the heels. Use your fingertips and push up. Hands to heart center. Nice. All right. Good job. We'll come to the front of the mat. We're going to make our way down onto our belly. And do y'all have yoga blocks? Who has a yoga block? Everybody? Okay. Get it? Get it? Well, we're going to use it. Make it handy. All right. Front of the mat. Inhale. Forward fold. Bring your hands all the way down to the mat. Again, let your head hang, lift your toes, push out with your feet, and we'll walk our hands over to the right. Keep your knees tracking with your hips. And walk your hands over to the left. Walk your hands back to center. Walk, step, what is it? Walk, step, or float back, or jump. And then chaturanga to upward dog, and then downward dog. So here we're going to gently bring our knees to the mat, and we're going to come down onto our belly. All right, so we're going to grab our yoga block, and we're going to place, without looking, we're going to place it between our knees. So the reason I say without looking is because that's a little bit of proprioception. We can always use work on. Sorry, it's getting a bit on my ankles. I'm trying to itch my ankles. Okay. All right. So we're gonna squeeze the block. And we're gonna tuck the elbows close into our side. Press your hips and pelvis firmly in the mat. Move your body forward. Okay, so you're gonna traction your back first. And then if you want, you can, while you're squeezing the block, lift your legs. You can lift the front of your body. Without feeling it in your back, maybe you bring your hands to a hover over the mat. You're still breathing. And then you can release out of that. Go ahead and roll your legs back and forth a little bit. I'm going to scoot out. Block between the knees. So the vastus medialis and lateralis are some leg muscles you have that get activated when you squeeze that block and press your hips and pelvis in the mat. This time we can rest on the back of our hands. And then we're going to bring our hands to our forehead to a hover, and we're going to let our hands face each other behind our back, or we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and clasp our hands. Squeeze the block, lift your feet, lift your heart. Are your hips evenly distributed? Your hip weight in the mat? If you feel it in your back, just come on down a little bit. And then we can release out of that. Rest on the back of your hands. And you can go ahead and rotate your legs inward and outward. And that's good. So you shouldn't feel that in your back, and if you are, you're probably coming up too high. So I'm readjusting my block between my knees again. And I'm finding that even distribution of weight of my hip points and my pelvic bone. I'm going to squeeze the block. I'm going to use my hands like I'm a superhero behind my back, like I'm going to take flight. Take a breath, and I'm going to lift, and maybe lift the front of the body, lift the legs, maybe the front of the body. And then I'm going to release out of that. Inhale, tabletop. Lift the block out of the way. You won't need it. Exhale, right leg back, bend the right knee, and it's as if we could place our foot on the ceiling. We're just going to pump it up. 1, 2, 3. Watch your hand posture. 4. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Switching sides. Redistributing your weight. It's a lot of it is about shifting the weight and just shifting and not trying not to change anything else. Keep your core active. Nice. Dig your toes in the mat. Push back into downward puppy. Stretch your arms out. Walk your fingertips up. Ears and elbows are in alignment. Press into the palm of the index finger and lift your knees. Right bend to the elbow. Lift your right leg. You can lift it as high as you'd like. And then bring your knee in towards your nose, creating a crunch. Let's do that a few times. A little bit of core work here. And then right knee to right wrist, coming onto the right seat muscle into our modified pigeon. shin. You can also use your yoga block there. Notice how straight my spine is as I move my navel towards my foot. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale the left arm up, stacking the shoulders, and then left hand rests on the lower back or wraps around your torso. Right elbow runs the length of the shin. If you're more bendy inside the foot, keeping your spine long, and you can clasp over that. You can do hand clasp over fist, or you can do prayer hands. Whichever feels better for you. Activate your toes. And then one hand on either side of your front leg. And then we'll bring that left leg around into whatever our version of cow face is. Cow face pose. Activate your toes. Breathing deeply. Lift your heart. Right arm up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Right hand rests on the lower back. Right hand rests between the shoulder blades. Left hand either on the lower back or reaches up for right. Lift your heart. Try to get your right elbow to point to the ceiling. Use your breath. You're very active here. Squeeze inside your thighs. So that's hip. We're going to release out of that. So other than the obvious, like, holy heck, I feel my arms stretching and my shoulders, you're also stretching your hip abductors. We're going to come out of that and back into tabletop. If you're having any issues in your back or neck, this is a good time to take a moment and let them release. So you can come into tabletop and sway your hips. And also circular motions, and this is just encouraging fluid movement, range of motion, and anywhere that you might be holding on in your body. In your hips especially. Dig your toes in that. Inhale your knees up. Elbows slightly bent. Fingers spread wide. Toes are lifted. Left leg up. You can do whatever you like with it. Yogi stretch. But whatever you do, we're going to bring the knee to the nose. And then back up. Whatever you're doing. Move your torso to your thighs. Watch your form. Watch your hands. Lift your toes. You don't get to, this is when we're doing other stuff, you don't get to forget about that, right? Hopefully you're not. Left knee to left wrist, right leg extended out. I think earlier I forgot to say bring your shin in alignment with the front of the mat. Hopefully you did that, okay? This should always be an L shape. There's a tendency for people to be back over here. It's actually another pose, I think, some muscle memory. And it's a little harder. See how my knee wants to pop up? I have to kind of consciously pull that down. Grab the front foot, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Right hand on the lower back or wraps around the torso. Stay with your breath. Left elbow to the length of the shin or inside the foot. Move your navel towards your foot. Right hand comes around and clasp over left. Or prayer hands. I like to change it up. I get bored. Good thing it's a 3,000-year-old practice. I can always change it up. Stretch your toes nice and wide. Lots to choose from, right? And then bring out the front foot, right leg around, cow face legs. Spread your toes. Inhale, left arm up, reaching up, the shoulder down. Takes me a minute sometimes to get my tight shoulders to release. Left hand between the shoulder blades, right arm reaches up. My heart's there somewhere. They don't have to touch. I'm surprised mine aren't touching readily today. That's an interesting discovery. Okay, so I feel the tightness and I'm going to breathe through it. And there's that nice circulation. And then release. Woo! Wow. Tightness. Maybe it's from that dancing I did this morning. All right. We're going to come out of that and we're going to come into tabletop. Okay. I can't believe time is going by so fast. Let's do one more downward dog. We're going to make this into a burpee. Let's do a full out burpee. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm changing my mind. Let's start standing and we're gonna do a full burpee from back to front. Okay, a yoga burpee, which I love because they're very active and I just think they're fun. All right, so inhale, exhale, forward fold, hands in front of feet, bend the knees, step, float, very gently. If you're gonna jump back, chaturanga to upward dog. I was holding on to the shoulders. I'm adjusting my pull your shoulders back. Inhale to downward dog. Lift your right leg. You can send it way up high. You might have a lot of flexibility now on your fourth or fifth downward dog. Right foot to the outside of the right foot, followed by left. You can turn your feet out for greater challenge. Forearms above your knees. Where you brace back, you're actually lengthening your spine and opening your hips here. And then 1, squatting. 2, good for those legs, right? 3, hard part to get. Let's do 4. All right, hands in front of you right here. Let your head and neck hang. You can toe heel your feet together. Really adjust your hands where they're at an angle so you can bend your knees, shift the weight onto the pad knuckle, the index finger, float back. Push up into downward dog. Find your alignment, mindfully move. Even though we're going to move through this a little faster, we are moving through. You can still mindfully find your alignment, lift your toes. Bend your left leg way up high. Left leg to the outside of the left hand, followed by the right. Whatever you did on the other side, help whatever challenge you use. If you turn your toes out, you'll do it here. 1, 2, keep your heart lifted. 3, 4, great job, you guys. 5, hands on the mat. Bring your legs together and slide back and gently bring your knees to the mat. Awesome. All right, so you probably feel a little more energized, right? A little more centered, I would think, I would hope. So we're going to come into a seated position. And we'll bring the bottoms of our feet together. Ankles close to glutes. Back towards the mat. Ankles close to glutes, toes pull back. Inhale, lift your heart. Arms straight up. You're going to laterally extend the spine. One side, lengthen at center, shoulders down, and then the other. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it in the side ribs and out of the back. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Exhale down. Nice. We're going to come into a squatting position when you're ready. So I'm going to back up here. I'm going to get some water. Sorry, you guys. Eating a lot of water today. Maybe I'm a little dehydrated. Drink your water. It's good for you. All right. We're going to press into the heel. Hands behind the back. We're going to lift the heart. Okay. Just pressing into your heels, activating your toes, starts to work your hip flexors more. We're going to drop your knees to the right, right foot to left thigh. So I don't know that we've actually, well, I know Dawn's done this like every week for years, but I don't know if we've actually done this in this series. So we're going to turn and face the right knee. The knee and navel are lined up. I think we've done this part. We're going to bring the hands down and traction the back. And then we're going to walk our hands around to the right. So we're going to walk and traction, walk and traction, which is basically pulling your body through your arms. So you want to go no further than your right elbow lined up with your hip. And now we're going to turn this into sort of like a push-up, a military push-up of sorts. I'm going to take my fingers and move them in towards each other. You might remember on something recently, I think it was a fitness challenge, Stephanie, where you squeeze your hands towards each other to activate your pectorals. And then forehead to the mat. 1, 2, see how my elbows go out? It might feel awkward. You might have to figure out where your hands can go that you can move fluidly. The other thing that might happen here is your hip might be super tender and at all because of the hip. There's been times I've done it and my hip felt tender, so it just happens sometimes. But you can also toughen it up if you can just kind of get some padding. Like if I had it, I would probably use that blanket right there. But we're doing 10 of these. The legs come straight up. They don't change formation. It's really a brain teaser as well as upper and lower body and hip. It's kind of everything. And we're going to traction and unwind. So we actually do not move unless we traction our back. Every movement and every movement has a traction and a breath. All right, hands behind the back, lift the heart, and just roll the legs up. Okay? And then we come back into a squatting position, finding that even distribution on the bottom of our glute muscles. The bottom, in the center of our glute muscles, and we're going to drop our knees to the left. Yes, that is the bottom. All right, so left foot to the right thigh, and then we're going to bring out the left knee. And breathe. Traction. And then we're going to twist. Traction. Twist. Traction. Push up. Arrange your hands. All right. And then very fluidly, one. And make sure that you are straightening your arms. You're actually working your upper body, and you have to work to work your upper body. Like you have to mindfully squeeze your hands together, right? I didn't forget, but it's still so good. I forgot how good it felt because I haven't done it in a while. I gotta change it up all the time. Keep it interesting. All right, traction, unwind, traction, unwind, hands behind the back, bring the legs up, and here we are in a squat. Good. All right, so we started out talking about hips tonight, and we're running out of time, but we still have time for hips. So let's lay on our side, and I want to also show you these in Shavasana in case you want to get some of these. I ordered one online, so I'm going to show you my sandbags at the end. All right, so we're going to grab a block and place the block between the knees, and I'm going to either prop my head up. If I wasn't teaching, I'd probably do it like this. This is kind of hard on my wrist, but you may be fine. And then I'm going to find my core. The other day I was doing this, I saw it on video, and my belly was just like this. So make sure that your belly's not hanging out and that it's active. That's a common mistake. Even yoga teachers make it, right? You got to really think about your alignment, like from head to toe. It's like a mental checklist. Okay, let's go. 1, inwardly rotate. 2, this is a very rare move, inwardly rotating. And it's really interesting. If you were to place your hand on your hip, which I used to like to do that a lot so that I could feel and connect. This is like getting in your hip with a screwdriver, right? Okay, not invasive. So I can't stress how good these are enough. And like everybody needs them. I have rarely met anyone whose hips are in good alignment. It's just one of those areas. And they say we hold a lot of emotional energy in our hips, so we might have some of that right now. Just remember, y'all, nothing stays the same ever, okay? So if it's too good or really crappy, it's not, don't get too wrapped up in it, either way, all right? That's my mantra, really. Nothing stays the same. All right, 1. This one's hard. My hip wanted to go back. Maybe it's not for you. You'll know which one's more challenging for you. But today, apparently, outward rotation is for me. Because my hip wants to move, and I don't have a lot of range of motion here. But I can change that with this one. Doing it enough. My muscles are a little shortened because I just rode on my bike a little bit. That's like the catch-22 of bike riding, right? It shortens you a little bit. That's where yoga comes in. All right, right on. Okay, so then we'll remove that and we'll do the legs straight out. I usually hold my hand right here. This was on my fitness challenges sheet too. I'm doing that on Facebook, John, but you already know all of it anyway. Not all of it. You don't know everything. Not all my tricks. All right, so my hand's right here and then low and slow. So this is weight bearing for the hip. Core is active. I almost forgot. My core hasn't wanted to be active lately. Woo! Y'all feeling that? That's good stuff. It makes me want to rush through it, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make myself feel it. So I'm doing like 10 to 15 in case you haven't. All right. Ooh. All right. So now we'll cut the pie. Ready? One. Make sure you point to the floor. Decap to the floor. Keep the core active. 2. Same even plane. 3. 4. 5. Let's do 2 pieces of pie. 6. 7. 8. Remember to breathe. 9. 10. Awesome. Use your nice strong arm to pick yourself up. All right. Feeling that right hip? Yeah, buddy, I am. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Okay. So here's my yoga block. You can do it with or without the block. The block is more challenging. I think that from what I can tell from everyone, both y'all on this call, the block is good. I can do it. All right. Inwardly rotate. 1, 2. Now we get to see if both sides are the same. Are we perfectly balanced? And if not, what's out of balance? That's the money right there. If you can figure that out and bring it into balance, you just saved yourself a lot of problems, maybe. All right. Oh, I think we did 15. I remember thinking, we need to do more today. Okay, block between the ankles. I'm realigning. 90 degrees. This side's less tight for me. I still don't have a lot of range of motion, but it just feels a little easier. And that's odd for me. This is usually my harder side. But those are important discoveries. Then you go, okay, why would my left side be tighter than my right? Sometimes you can figure it out, or in my case, the other way. All right, we'll remove the block. Weight bearing for the hip. Low and slow. The foot just kind of, it can be neutral or you can point it. Whatever you'd like. Go away, ball, you're in my way. Oh, I have to knock over the computer. Okay, there we go. I was telling my husband, I think I've had everything happen that can happen on Zoom. Okay, starting to feel a little lactic acid build up on this side. That's the human growth hormone at work. All right, ready? We're going to cut the pie. 1, 2, try not to roll around. 3, 4, 5. 2 pieces of pie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness. All right, that's good. So now we're going to lay on our back. So I was going to show you, these are what they call yoga sandbags. And I have them filled with flaxseed that I bought at a Sprouts in the fall section. And they're pretty heavy. I don't know how much they weigh, but when I lay in my cobbler pose, I will put them right here. And they really do help me to release. So you probably don't have these, but I did want to bring them up in case you want to get some. They feel pretty amazing. You can do different things with them, so you can put them on your back when you're in child's pose. All kinds of things. The weight is nice. So I just want to bring that up in case you are looking for things to buy for your home practice. All right? But we're just going to go ahead and come on back if you're not already into laying down cobbler. And just take a few moments and see if you can let your knees release down, your palms be up. And then we can bring our legs together and we're going to do some core work, all right? We're going to place our hands behind our neck and we're going to bring our legs up at a 90 degree and we're going to crunch, but keep it out of the back, which might mean you don't come up too high. And you want to focus more on the crunch. And you're not lifting, you're just resting. So try to keep it out of your neck as well. We're just going side to side. Breathe. Awesome. Hug your knees in. And you can go ahead and look over your right shoulder and very slowly look over your left. Bring your feet to the mat, palms up, and drop your knees from side to side. And then you can bicycle your leg down. Or also scissors. I find scissors to be a really nice release. And that's good. All right. One more thing. It's going to be kind of hard to explain. Maybe not. We're going to lay flat. And I want you to take your right hip and lift it towards your bottom of your rib bone, but keep your leg uncrossed. So you're kind of shimmying and then shimmying. Shimmy, shimmy. Lift the hip, lift the hip, lift the hip. That's the SI joint. The other thing that's really nice to do, so you're in the middle of your mat, right? Let's see if I can, oh yeah, so take your legs, I was like, what? Take your legs and move them to the left, right? And then lift up your torso and move it to the, move it to the left as well. Sorry, I was doing legs to the left, torso to the legs up, torso to the left. Your glutes and your core remain in the center of the mat. So you're in a kind of a C shape. And then you can bring your legs back to center and bring your body back to center. Inhale, legs to the right, and then scoot your torso to the right. And you feel that stretch on the left, yeah? And then body back to center, legs back to center. All right, and if you have any stretches you want to do right here, you can. We are going to prepare for Shavasana. So I'm going to turn out my lights and probably, I guess, the fan. I may have to turn it back on, but we'll try to turn it down a little bit. All right, I'm going to turn on the lights. And ask you to close your eyes and just begin to focus on your breath. Letting your eyes cradle back in their eye sockets as you mentally scan your body. And noticing if there's anywhere where you're holding on to stress and tension. And if there is, let it go. You can count, inhaling to 1, 2, 3, exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Relaxing your toes and feet.
ankles and legs, letting your back sink comfortably into the mat. As you soften your face, let your thoughts be fluid as they pass through your mind, as if they're visitors. Allowing your soft focus to come to your third eye with your eyes shut. Feeling the coolness in the back of the throat. Feeling your chest rise as you draw your deep inhales into your belly. And on your exhales, drawing your navel to your back, pushing out any stale air, anything that no longer serves you. Allowing your breath to be rhythmic and full as you breathe in and breathe out. And this is your time to just let go. With every breath, breathing in healing energy. With every release, letting go a little more and a little more. As you allow yourself to feel supported by the earth. With every breath, sinking a little deeper into the support of Mother Earth. And we'll take a few moments here and just breathe. So you're more than welcome to just lay there as we say our goodbyes. But if you want to slowly come out of it, you can. And I'll allow a few moments for you to take your time, exploring how you feel after your practice. And as you make your way into a seated pose, reflecting upon what's working in your life, what you are grateful for, and maybe it's just the ability to breathe deeply. And when you're ready, if you'd like, you can bring your hands together over your crown chakra, your thumb to your third eye, your thumb to your voice chakra, your heart, your sacral chakra, your root chakra. May you be in balance, filled with love, kindness, compassion, and good health. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday afternoon. Stay safe. Namaste. Good job, you guys. Thank you for joining me both live and through the recording. I hope you're getting a lot out of it. If you have any questions, you can always ask away. I am never at a shortage of things to talk about when it comes to yoga. All right. Thank you so much.